Thank you for watching, and remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your support.
Well, it's going to be well inland, affecting so many people in days to come. So, Lynette, if you could, take us through hour by hour what we can expect as we examine some of these cities.
Today, these gusts will be upwards of about 60 miles an hour. So we are talking about tropical storm force winds as we move throughout the day. The rain is going to be a big factor as well, 1 to 2 inches as we head into Charleston. The winds right now, we're looking around Charleston, the gust up to about 44 miles an hour. We're looking over towards Mount Pleasant. We have the gust there about 35 miles an hour. So the winds will continue to ramp up as we go through the rest of today. So be prepared for that. As we walk you through this hour by hour, we do see around 10 o'clock in Savannah that number coming in about 40 to 50 miles an hour. We're seeing more of the same in Hilton Head and also Charleston, 50 to 60 miles an hour. So that's what we're saying. These numbers will continue to go up as the day progresses. As we work our way into about 5 o'clock, we're looking at these winds around Orangeburg, 40 to 50 miles an hour. So the bottom line for you is to know that we are going to be dealing with tropical storm force winds and possible a swath of hurricane force winds as well along the coast. So the future radar is going to pick up on some heavy downpours, some heavy rain. You can see this along I-95 as we work our way off towards the east around Hilton Head. Savannah going to pick up on some heavy rain. You're seeing that in the yellows there and the oranges, and of course Charleston really going to get in on the thick of things. So we do have to watch out for the potential for flooding. I'll show you that in a matter of moments. But once again, this will spin in, and we are going to see that. But the good news is, and yes, there's always some good news, this will continue to lift on off towards the north, and we'll start to dry things out as we work our way more towards the evening into your tomorrow. And then we'll start to see some bigger changes as this will work its way up to the north, and then we'll have the mid-Atlantic really getting in on this as well. So the rain still to come. We're looking at about 1 inch around South Carolina, around Orangeburg, around Savannah. We can see that as well. But then you can see this swath right here, that yellow swath. We're looking at about 2 inches there, and that again encompasses Charleston. Now we look at Myrtle Beach, and we can see again we're going to be dealing with those gusts up there, and we do have those tropical force winds that will be dealing with Myrtle Beach as well. The rain to come there, we're looking at about 2 to 3 inches. And again, with these winds, they are right now not as bad, but again, they will begin to ramp up. So just be prepared for that. If you have those trash cans, anything that can blow around, you really start to tie things down and bring them in, because it's already dealing with this as of now. So Reynolds, we are definitely dealing with some very windy conditions, of course, and also some very rainy conditions. And we do have the concern for some flooding to be out there as well.
Lynette, thanks so much. You know, you bring up such a great point when it comes to the wind, folks. I hope.
So let's talk more about the timing of it all and get specific on some cities here.
All right, Jen. Yeah, you get this systems and these systems, and they just don't go away anytime soon. So for today, we definitely do have some rain. Radar estimated at this point, we put down about 1 to 2 in most spots as we look at the Carolinas, and then offshore mainly these areas in the oranges and the yellows. That's where we're looking at about 2 to 5 inches of rain there, again offshore. So this is what we have in terms of our flood watches. Of course, we have the flood watches. That means that we do have the potential for flooding in all these areas here shaded in the green coloring. So we're looking at Greensboro, around Raleigh. We're on off towards Fayetteville, Myrtle Beach, Charleston in this as well. And this goes until tomorrow morning. When we talk about the rain, we have to talk about topography, if you will, because it means everything. This is definitely going to be a flooding factor as we have the higher terrain and you have that upslope. And then, you know what? The rain goes where least resistance, and it comes right back down as that water just flows through. And then we're talking that we have more of draining to happen, but it's not going to happen because we are going to be dealing with more of that onshore flow. So it's just a cycle, if you will, that we don't like and that we don't need and we don't want. So tracking Ian's rain still to come. We do have about 3 to 5 inches of rain once again in these little pockets here of yellow. So we're looking around Roanoke, we're looking around Richmond, also up towards Norfolk as well, and even around Washington, D.C. on the Delmarva. You're going to want to watch that as well as the system continues to pull on off to the north. Now, with all this rain, we have to talk about the rivers, and these rivers will be swollen as we go through time. Right now, we can see that a lot of us in the moderate stage here, you can see this around Wilmington, also around Myrtle Beach, and then major stage, though, this has just happened in Charleston. The earlier time that I saw this was in a moderate stage, but now it is in that major stage, if you will, and that's what's what's going to be the trend as we continue through the rest of this evening into your tomorrow, and then finally that system will push on off to the north. But before that happens, we're talking about flash flooding concerns, even as we work our way into your tomorrow morning and also Sunday morning. So where we're looking at it really possible will be around Charleston, around Roanoke, Jackson, more of the same, and then even in the other areas outside of that. You heard me talk about D.C. Well, they do have the potential for some flash flooding as well, all the way up towards Providence. So that is going to be the scenario in the days to come. So it's not just going to be down off towards the south. This will head up to the mid-Atlantic. Now, speaking of the south, let's head off to Naples with Chris Bruin. Now, Chris, I do have a question for you. So yesterday I saw your shot. You had some people behind you at the beach. So today, are people out and about still assessing what's going on as you walk through?
Yeah, Lynette. Yeah, we've got lots of people out. In fact, Marshall.